This is Heavy Conversation with Bruce and Jody, a podcast where we talk about being a big guy in today's world. I'm Bruce. And I'm Jody. Here we go.
Here we go.
All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Okay.
All right.
So I want to talk about some holiday beverages and like some bar starter guide, maybe some stuff.
So we're taking it to kind of the next level. From beer to
just beer to some spirits.
Nice.
Some wintry beverages that I enjoy, my friends enjoy. So I'm hoping you're gonna enjoy them.
So can we talk a little bit about your resume with this? Because I'll say first that number one, I don't know anything about spirits.
Okay.
I can't make a mixed drink to save my life. So you, on the other hand, are a professional.
Well, I've bartended for a few years, yes, and I worked at a fancy beer, wine, liquor store in Minneapolis. Yeah,
at the least, you have the experience, the know-how.
Experience, yes.
All right,
yes,
perfect.
I have. I'm not like what do they call those? A mixologist or anything, but. Yeah. I've made a few million drinks and served a few beers.
Okay. Yeah. So. Nobody wants my mixed drinks. I can assure you of that. So I'm excited you
can make rum and cokes and whiskey sours and stuff, can't you? Just rum with some coke and
the ratios are always the
my ratios get a little off when I'm drinking too. But
all right. Well, yeah. I'm not very confident in my skills when it comes to doing any of this. So I'm excited to see what you're bringing to us.
Well, I am going to do a couple really easy ones. I'm going to do a little twist on a Moscow Mule. It's going to be a whiskey mule. So it's going to be a little spicier than normal, and a hot toddy, because I think we could both still use those. Yes. They're always good for the throat.
Right.
And the whiskey always is good for you. So I guess a couple little things. I'm just going to do the whiskey mule.
Okay.
So I think a lot of people are familiar with Moscow mules.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So we're just going to do a whiskey version. So it's basically, I have a Bullet, rye whiskey.
Ooh.
It's really nice.
Yes.
I've got little baby bottles of booze here today.
I like that.
Ladies and gentlemen. Not like airplane bottles.
Not travel size.
Not airplane bottles, but just the smaller ones. So we don't get out of control. And then, lovely.
It's too late for that.
Lovely. Don't get too out of control.
Yep. Oh, look at that. Fantastic.
So you just cover up the ice cubes a little bit.
Okay.
So you're not depending on your whiskey love. Mm-hmm. Oh, you're going to take pictures, so get the fancy glass in there.
Here we go.
And then my favorite for ginger beer is the Fever Tree. This isn't sponsored, but it's got quite a kick to it.
Very gingery.
It's very gingery. It gives a little sparkle.
Perfect.
Sparkle. Oh, I think I might need another one of those. But here, you try that one. That one's got a little bit of mixture. This one is a little stronger.
So that was it?
Yeah.
Wow.
A whiskey ginger, basically.
Nice.
And then you can garnish it with like a little mint thing or something like that. But it's pretty simple.
I feel fancy today.
You feel fancy, yeah.
We're normally doing beer.
Oh, you could do some fresh lime juice. I forgot that.
Oh,
sorry.
Oh, yeah.
My bar is not set up the way I'm used to here in the podcast studio.
Oh, fantastic.
There you go. Gives you a little freshness with that ginger beer.
Perfect. All right.
That's always fun.
Cheers.
A little cheers. A little cling cling.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah.
You've done this before.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've had it.
I like that.
It's the this ginger beer. It's my partner. He loves like ginger ales and stuff. The Fever Tree one is my favorite of all the different brands.
Oh, that's great.
It's got quite a kick, and it's great with the rye whiskey. My favorite is Bullet, but you can do any bourbon or rye whiskeys, any of that kind of stuff.
And this is the Bullet?
This is the Bullet rye whiskey. Yep.
Okay. Nice. Yeah.
American rye whiskey. It's a funny little story about that. When I was working at the liquor store, it was like a fancy place in Minneapolis. And this guy comes in and he's like, "Where do you guys have your Boulay?" And I was like, and I'm like, Boulé. I'm like looking around like, I was like, what is Boulé? He's like, oh, I see it over there. And I was like, okay, let's go over there. And I'm like, oh yeah, Boulé.
That's very nice of you.
Like,
very nice of you.
I'm like, okay, which one of the Boulés would you like?
Yes.
I was just like,
Boulé.
It's always funny when people, I try, I'm like, oh, bullet.
Yeah,
you mean
right.
bullet. Don't make it fancy. But people always had like different, like Merlot.
Yes.
Or, yeah, they'd have weird names for things. It was always funny. I love that. Ooh, that's already making me a little warm.
Yeah, I feel that.
Oh, yes. Also, ginger beer, not ginger ale.
Oh, ginger beer.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I accidentally got ginger ale when I went shopping, so I had to send out someone to get the ginger beer.
I see.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't, it just has a better flavor than ginger ale to me.
Yeah, I like this.
Also, I'm just using a highball glass. It looks kind of like a rocks glass, this one, but conserve it in a highball glass. It's a little bit taller than this one.
Okay.
But really, any glass is fine.
Any glass that will hold
any glass that'll hold liquid.
Yeah. So since we're talking about different kinds of mixed drinks, do you have a go-to if you're just going out, not even necessarily based on the time of year?
I do like vodka 7 a lot. If I do like a mixed drink, it's because it's really easy. I'm like, I'm not fancy because I normally drink beer, but every once in a while I'm like, oh, I'm kind of in the mood for something else. Or,
something different. Yeah.
Yeah. So vodka 7s. I do like whiskey gingers. Ooh. Yeah. Like this is it's not quite this. Okay. But it's very similar. Yeah.
My fear with it is
just
always
like bitters.
Yeah.
A lot of people make like a ginger ale.
I never feel like I can order a mixed drink because I'm always worried that I'm going to ask for something and they're going to ask how
to make it.
Yeah. Or specifically they'll want to know if I want it a certain way. And I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Do you want it straight up or on the rocks? Shaken, not stirred.
Right. And some of those things I just don't know the answer to. So that's generally I stick with my beer.
We'll have to go out and drink all the different drinks and
we will
get you wasted.
Indeed. Yes. I did go to a place here in Portland, I don't know, a year or two ago where they had this large glass. I don't even remember what it was at this point, but they had this square of ice that looked like it had been chipped away in a very fancy place. Yes. And they put the ice in there and they put the drink around it and it was like smoking.
Was it dry ice that they put in?
I think it was dry ice.
I was like, what?
It was fantastic. It tasted like wood.
It was smoky.
Yeah, smoky and woody, and
it's probably like bourbon or something.
It was glorious.
Yeah.
It was great. I since I don't know what it was, I can't go back and ask for it again.
That
it was
smoky drink that you did.
Could you give me a big square piece of ice with smoke and
he probably would know what it was.
Maybe. Yeah. They could probably do something similar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I also kind of wanted to talk a little bit about like because the holidays are coming up, people are going to be going to parties or maybe having gatherings, like what kind of things you need for a home bar, like starter.
Ooh, that's
kit. Good. The biggest thing I want to say is start small. Don't like go out because like you were saying, you don't know how to make all these fancy drinks.
Right.
So don't get all the stuff to make all these crazy fancy drinks.
Sure.
Get liquor or spirits that you enjoy drinking, first of all.
Okay.
And then just like the vodka, gin, rum.
The basics.
In a whiskey. Just get like the basics.
Vodka, gin, rum, and whiskey. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then sometimes tequila because,
sure,
that's always
because there's always somebody. There's always one.
There's
at the
always
party.
that wants just tequila. Mm-hmm. But yeah, just start small and don't, you don't need all the crazy different liqueurs and the, all that stuff.
Sure.
Because you're just trying to have something for people. Because most people are like, oh, I can do a whiskey 7 or they have their kind of, I can drink that. Like maybe it's not their always drink, but.
Right. So really just think about a few kind of basics.
A few basics.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not a big gin drinker, so I don't really ever talk about gin. I'm not that's not my thing, so I don't normally have that. But vodka, whiskey, rum. What else is there? Vodka, whiskey, rum.
Tequila
sometimes. Yeah.
Yep.
And mixers, just keep it simple again. Do like soda, like club soda, tonic, 7-Up, that kind of stuff, ginger ale.
Okay.
Just the really basic stuff. Don't be,
Nice.
You
don't have to get crazy.
You don't have to get crazy, because then
Okay.
you're going to be spending all your time trying to figure out how to make drinks instead of enjoying drinks and enjoying your friends.
Sure.
Most people, you don't have to be the bartender the whole night,
So, since you have experiences as a bartender, what were some of the most popular mixed drinks that you would get on a regular basis?
Most of it was just like a 1-in-1, like I said, like a whiskey 7 or a vodka 7 or rum and cokes.
Okay.
And most people, that's what they are drinking.
Oh.
I didn't work at, like I said, I didn't work at a fancy place when I was bartending. So, a lot of beer and, some wine, but
Sometimes I just I'll throw out something that I've heard of that I don't actually know what it is. So I'll be like, I'd like a Manhattan.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that
Harvey
is.
Wallbanger.
Yeah, right.
Just get one of those.
Yeah, whatever it is, I'll just throw it out, and I don't actually know what it is. But
do you enjoy Manhattans?
I mean, not any more than other things necessarily.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of those.
Yeah.
You can do different juices if you like cranberry, orange juice. Like for mimosas, that's a good one.
Nice.
Champagne and orange juice.
I'm a fan of rum, so that's
Rum and cokes are really easy.
Yep.
What are your favorite rum drinks? Do you have any type of?
No, I mean that's the thing. I just know that I like rum, so I'm one of those people that might ask for a hurricane.
Nice.
I don't know.
And for like garnishes, I wouldn't worry too much about that. Lemons and limes.
Okay.
Maybe olives.
Yeah.
There's like a million. You don't need all the cherries and the little,
pearl onions,
the little onions, and all that crazy stuff. But
okay. So really, the theme here is keep it simple.
Keep it simple, because you don't want to be trying to learn how to make all these drinks,
right?
Because you might be only doing it one time a year, or
true.
But have a couple drinks that you know how to make, or maybe have one like specialty one that you can make.
Okay,
and maybe practice a couple times beforehand,
sure,
so that you can make it. Yeah, on the fly. And
I could see where having one thing that you're really good at could be beneficial.
Yeah, and then you just know how to make that one a little bit more than just a vodka 7, like like this. What the heck did I just call this? The whiskey mule. Right. Sorry, the whiskey's already getting to me.
I know.
I was like, what is it called? I don't know. I'm warm.
Yep.
What else? And I don't think you necessarily need like a whole big like actual bar thing. Right. I mean, that's always nice to have, so you have one place, but a cabinet in your kitchen or whatever works, or
nice
wherever you can keep it, and have a little ice bucket, have a couple of those things that make it a little bit more convenient. Because a lot of times it's just, I mean, maybe I've been slumming it. A lot of the parties I go to, it's just like a bar or like a counter full of everything that people have brought.
Sure.
And a bowl of ice.
You don't have to have the rolling tray.
You don't have a little rolling tray or cocktail servers or, you don't need all that stuff. But just a few basic things. And I think most people will be,
I love it.
I think a lot of people are pretty self-sufficient too when it comes to that.
Right.
That, like, oh, I can just do vodka 7 or vodka Red Bulls or, whatever craziness that people want to drink.
Right.
But having a couple different glassware is always nice too. Like I was talking about the rocks glasses, the highball, all that. But again, you keep it simple.
Right.
And until you're comfortable making martinis and shaking all that stuff, if you're not comfortable with it, don't worry about it.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, everyone has their drink that they like to do, and I'm going to have a couple more sips of this, and maybe we'll get to the maybe not so hot toddy. I don't think hot water is going to be that hot anymore, but
yeah, I like that there are some really seasonal kind of things, especially since we're going into this colder season, and you can do some of these things that kind of warm you up, or
yes,
kind of stand out in that way.
So a hot toddy is a pretty easy one. It's basically just like hot water, some cloves, some lemon juice, a little bit of brown sugar and honey, and then you just top it off with some whiskey again. So I kind of cheated a little bit and got a little hot toddy pre-mixed thing.
Nice.
Just to make it easier for me here.
It's in like a little container that looks like beard oil.
It does sort of look like a little beard oil bottle, but they come in different sizes. This is just for 2 cocktails.
Nice.
You know, I guess I could put a little bit more of this. So it's got like all the brown sugar and honey and lemon juice all in it. Nice. I did put a couple little things of actual whole cloves in there. So just to spice it up a little bit. And then a little bit of this. Should be probably more hot water in there. So, whoop. Again, this isn't my normal bar setup. So don't drink those cloves, by the way.
Oh, I see. All right.
Ooh, fantastic. Yeah, it's not quite as hot as it should be, but.
So it's more of a toddy as compared.
This is a toddy, not a hot toddy. Yeah. Sorry, Bruce, but. It's good for the throat, the honey and the brown sugar, the hot water. This is a little bit smoother.
It is. It's very smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can put more, depending on the sweetness, you can put more honey or less, depending on what you want to.
That's very, it's easy to drink. And
the whiskey kind of will open up your sinuses a little bit too. And the warm water, it's really nice. Got a little sinusy action going on. Yeah. Still.
I know.
About done with that.
These colds and all that kind of stuff. This time of year, they just stay with you.
Whiskey's good for all that. It opens you up, and
don't worry about cough medicine when there's
some whiskey.
Yeah,
whiskey makes it better.
Nice.
I love this one. There was another one that was going to be a little bit more fun, but it's a peppermint hot chocolate. That's what my peppermint schnapps was for.
Nice.
So you just have regular hot chocolate, a little bit of peppermint schnapps, and you can top it with some whipped cream.
Ooh. Nice.
Yeah. So that's another adult type beverage, but that one's going to be, a little bit sweeter.
Right.
You can garnish it with like one of those little candy canes.
I love it. It's all the drinks for this season. Now we just need some eggnog. No,
you can. I'll let you drink all that.
I just saw your face.
That is one thing I have not been able to. I cannot understand eggnog.
What's the liquor that's in eggnog? Do you know?
I don't.
When they do, like a spiked eggnog. Anybody know what the liquor is in eggnog? I don't know. Something with some spice.
What is the best alcohol for eggnog?
Oh.
Bourbon, rum, or brandy.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, there we go.
That's weird.
Sweet. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not an eggnog person, so I didn't know that one. Sorry. Yeah. But yeah, again, keep it simple. I like these easy drinks.
Right.
They're, they make it so you can have more fun with your friends and family, and
I like that.
Maybe tolerate your friends and family if need be.
It'll make it easier.
Make it easier. Have a little whiskey ginger ale and
right. Yeah. This is actually our first episode that does not have a beer.
I know.
It's
a little whiskey heavy, but I'm all right with that.
Same.
So we need to work on your drink ordering skills.
Right.
And then we can get you some fancy drinks.
I like that. Yeah.
I think we can. I'll just maybe have to make some more drinks for you. And
you will.
You can try out some different things.
We'll figure out what works.
What works for you specifically. And let me know what your favorite holiday drink is, as long as it's not an eggnog drink, and we'll be fine.
Right.
Now I'm going to get hate mail from eggnog lovers everywhere.
Yep. How dare you?
How dare you not like eggnog?
Yeah.
And if you enjoy our little whiskey drink recipes, let me know. Maybe we'll do another little drink thing, and I'll come a little bit more prepared. I wasn't sure how this was going to work.
Maybe each season we can do
a little different.
Are there seasonal, is there a spring drink?
Well, there's more like summer stuff, and then there's more like fall, wintry stuff, I think. But, this stuff you can drink. A hot toddy, maybe not, but you can drink it anytime.
Yeah.
Whiskey drinks are good all year round, but
nice.
They're a little bit more in season in fall. Just the smoky flavors and the, yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Awesome.
All right. Well, I hope that helped a little bit.
It did.
With your whiskey loving.
You've expanded my horizons. So,
good.
Yeah.
We'll have to make this hot toddy a little hotter, and then we'll be able to feel better.
Perfect.
All right. Thanks, Bruce.
Sure. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for listening to Heavy Conversation. Be sure to like and subscribe on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts.